Still on his familiarization tour of the Zone A Custom Command, the acting CGC Bashir Adewale Adeniyi MFR was ably welcomed at the Semi-Border Command of Nigeria Customs Service on Friday. In his welcome address, Custom Area Controller of the Border Command, Comptroller Dera Nnadi, analyzed the factors hindering trade between Nigeria and its neighboring countries. While highlighting the achievement of the command in the last 6 months, Comptroller Nnadi disclosed that the command collected over 1.2 billion naira revenue between January through July 28 and recorded several seizures. Responding to Comptroller Nnadi's address, the CGC commended officers of the command for their gallant strides in achieving great success and hinted that it is the role of every government agencies and members of the community to ensure border security.
Sir, several factors have been adjudged to hamper trade between Nigeria and her proximate neighbor Benin, and especially within the sub-region. This includes transit trade across the countries and along the corridor. There have been several complaints by operators against the closure of the border, the non-adherence of transit agreements signed under the ECOWAS, World Trade Agreement, World Trade Organization, World Customs Organization, and the General Agreement on Trade and Tariff. For emphasis, Article 11 of the World Trade Organization and the Trade Facilitation Agreement requires that member states shall endeavor to cooperate with one another with a view to enhancing freedom of transit. Such cooperation and coordination may include, but not limited to, understanding on charges, formalities, legal and practical operation of transit regime. This is also shared by WCO. The above is also echoed by ECOWAS Convention A P.4/5/82 relating to Interstate Road Transit Scheme of Goods. Again, the ISRT means a regime that allows the transportation of goods by road from one custom office in a member state to another custom office in another member state through one or more member states. The revenue target for the command for the year 2023 is 1,960 million naira. As at the end of transactions yesterday, 20 July 2023, the command has collected 1,329,582,937 naira 75 kobo. This represents 67% of our given target. This is also very significant, considering that the collection for the corresponding period in the year 2022 was 970,780 naira 28 kobo. Sir, why the corresponding period is low is because that was when the border was seriously recovering from the border closure. In the area of anti-smuggling operation, the command made headlines with the seizure of fake $6 million equivalent to 2,700 million naira. This is in addition to other notable seizures recorded between January and June 2023 as listed below. 6,569 50-kilogram bags of rice, foreign rice for that matter, equivalent to 11 trailer loads of foreign parboiled rice, has been seized between January and June 2023. The duty paid value for this is over 250 million naira. The command also seized equivalent of 12 petroleum tankers with duty paid value of 680,263,217 naira. The duty paid value for the items seized generally with other items is 1,015,173,000 naira. Sir, in addition to the KPI above, the command has also invested so much in trade facilitation and has been in the forefront of dismantling trade barriers in the corridor, which include multiple checkpoints, use of convoys, intervention by regulatory agencies that want to convert their opportunities into revenue collecting opportunities. Sir, also on our part, we've done our best to see that the critical infrastructures within the ECOWAS building that were abandoned as a result of the 4 years closure of the border are being revived.
Important role in border security. But of course, we know that for us to play this role successfully, we have to play it collaborating with other agencies who also have their mandates around the borders and in fact outside the border. We must draw strength from the complementarity of our operations. The Navy supporting customs, customs supporting immigration, the police providing cover for us, NDLA working in partnership with NAFDAC, and of course our traditional rulers always been there to guarantee the support of the communities that we serve. So when we talk about peace in our border communities, we are talking of an architecture that involves practically everybody that is around here. So once again, I want to say a very, very big thank you for everything that we have seen. I followed your paper very, very closely and the achievements that you rolled out. I want to commend your patriotism, your commitment, and the wonderful results which you have glowingly painted. And while doing that, I also want to commend your officers who have worked and who have toiled with you to record those achievements. There are so many issues that we can talk about in this border, and in fact, any border situation in Nigeria. We live in a world where preferential trade agreements are going to be the order of the day. Preferential trade agreements will lead the discussions on how we will provide economic security, how government will provide economic prosperity to its people. So meaning that people within a geopolitical bloc, within the geographical entities, would trade with themselves, guide under the framework of a number of preferential trade agreements. So that when we talk about informal trade, it's not just going to be customs issue. It's also going to involve all the agencies that are operating here. We have gone to a number of other big borders around Africa, and we see that with the deployment of some technological tools, they have started to capture informal trade. There is so much that is going on by our SMEs around these places, and yet their activities, the fact that their activities are not captured in our trade statistics, they present a distorted version of what is going on between our various countries. So we will need to work with ourselves to see how we can capture this huge volume of informal trade that is happening between us.